Hello to all the truth seekers, flat earthers, geocentrists, globe believers and matrix pounders out there. This is Johan, back with another video for you. My question today is, if the earth is flat and this area is enclosed in some way, is the deal with UFOs just make-believe and should be thrown out the window? Obviously, they're not from other planets, so where are they from? And what are they? UFOs are real. It is an overwhelming amount of evidence out there in form of pictures of strange objects, UFO encounters by Navy and Air Force in several countries, and encounters by credible people all over the plane. Cases like the Ariel School Zimbabwe UFO sighting, a UFO that landed near a school in Africa and was witnessed by 62 kids who all draw the same thing. A UFO shaped like a saucer with landing gear and a little man in a dark suit with long black hair standing in front of the object. Several of the kids had a telepathic experience that this was a warning and we should take better care of the place we live. And then we have the Colaris case, a remote location in Brazil. This was a huge issue where people for several months were plagued by moving lights in the sky that would terrorize the people from the air and send down burning beams of light that scorched the people, leaving burn marks, scoop marks, causing fear, panic, and even death. I would recommend you all to look into this case. Do a search for aliens killing humans on YouTube and you'll find it there. The encounters and the panic went so far that even the military came to investigate, and oh boy, did they see some amazing stuff. Videos, pictures and drawings were taken of the multiple sightings, but only a fraction of the evidence were released to the public. The most creepy thing about this story, many years later, the leader of the military investigation of the Colaris case, Mr. Jorge Hollanda, came out and openly told about his experiences. Not only had he multiple sightings, but he was visited by a creature that talked to him in a robotic voice in his own language. He was published in the two biggest UFO magazines in Brazil at the time. A few weeks later, he was found dead, strangled in his bed. The police said it was suicide, but who knows? Kind of creepy, right? Okay, they are real, but in my opinion they are a part of this system. They may have a role like caretakers or watchers over this enclosure where the humans dwell. They visit us from time to time to check out how it's going, you know, taking samples, thereby the abduction stories. The reason for me taking this approach is all the evidence of interacting with this world. Like for example, the volcanoes. Every year there are hundreds of sightings of objects near volcanoes. We've seen footage of cylindrical and spear-shaped objects going into and coming out of volcanoes. Or what about thunderstorms and hurricane and tornado sightings? Many every year. Or disaster caused by humans, like the Fukushima nuclear disaster. Wasn't there a huge cylindrical object captured hovering over reactor 3? I like the analogy by Mark Sargent that we humans might be, quote, a swarm of scorpions, unquote, that destroys, kills and rearrange the order of the land in disharmonious ways. And when we're really dabbling into the end of the world as we know it shit, and it hits the fan, they come back to stabilize and calm it down quietly and discreet, ensuring that the experiment continues on. Kind of feels like an experiment. Does to me anyway, from time to time. What about the Travis Walton case? Seemed to me that he just was at the wrong place at the wrong time. Something happened and he was hit by a beam. The caretakers took him with them in the craft and he did not remember anything for 5 days. Then when he recovered, to his horror, he had some kind of a mask on, couldn't breathe, and there were strange little creatures around him. Travis started to throw punches around, and shortly thereafter a human-looking man comes into the room and he takes him out of there. Travis is put under once again and wakes up on Earth, nearby a gas station. They obviously didn't mean to hit him with a beam. According to some protocol, they had to take him with them to repair the damage done to his body. But there were others, not like the caretakers, creatures, but looking like humans. Who are they? I'll go deeper into that question in the next volume of this topic. Until then, take care.